way too early for the fake. This that real game for real bros. No decaf, no cap. Welcome to Shogun Bros, no decaf. Live every weekday, 6:30 in the morning, Central Time. Did you hear what I said? Central Time. We talk dogs, bloodline building to yard work, from stud talk to the truth behind the pups. This ain't no highlight reel. It's how you really build legacy. Shogun Bros, no decaf. Pull up, pull up, handle yours. This ain't just content. It's culture. Welcome to the Cookout with Toyo, where family vibes meet front porch truth. No scripts, no filters, just heart, heat, and hot plates. Ooh. Step up with elevated perspective, with elevated game for grown men and women building mind, spirit, and vision. And men at work with Pimps Over Simps. Choice. Real convos, no cap, all purpose for the men behind the mission. 3 shows, 1 network, all gas, no decaf. Put no creamer in my man. Look, Shogun Unlimited, man. Press play and get man. Come on, press play, press play.
Yeah, back in here, we live.
Salute.
Yo, you out there working them dogs, huh?
Just cleaning up, bro. Cleaning up. I see you got the keys to pimping house. Shit, where the money at? Where the girls at? Shit, we over pimping house. Hey.
Oh man, see, go, man. We just tear this bad boy up.
He gone too. He gone too. Where the girls? Where the girls? Where the money at? Where y'all at? Hey.
I'm ashing on the floor. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Nah, man. Nah. Chillin', man. Car issues, it be a thing, man. Nowadays, man. Life be life. Yeah. Man. What's that temperature looking like out there, bro?
My fault, bro. What you say?
I say, what's that temp looking like out there, man?
Oh, right now it's about, let me see exactly. It's about 60, 61.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect weather for working a dog, man.
Oh yeah. To me, any weather's perfect though. Shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't choose. You can't choose when you go to work. Unless you know what I mean. Like shit, you can't call out when the weather bad. I mean, unless you got one of them jobs. Unless you got one of them jobs.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying, at the desk or something, that's what I've been trying to work my shoulder to pressing them more in the heat. Therefore working out, man, that's a little process, man.
Oh yeah.
Adjusted to it.
I try to use whatever temperature it is, the worse it get, I try to use it well it's already gonna be a what you call that? Adverse situations.
Yeah.
So, I mean, shit, it's work. Work ain't supposed to be fun, and you know what I mean. If it is fun, that's even better. But like, it's about work. Shit.
Yeah, man. Cause I usually work. I usually try to get worker. Lately when the sun's coming up or when the sun's going down, and that could be a thing, man. You can start to see a difference, when the heat change as far as getting them out there during the day. So, trying to get a little more active because that Texas heat coming, and when that bad boy hit, it's here, boy.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The more, like, say if I went out there and it was hot. Put it like this: anytime I go out somewhere, I mean, if I go outside with a dog or whatever, and they act like something is bothering them, whether climbing up hills, getting in the water, those are welcome. I embrace those adverse situations because now it's time for me to do some work. Like, okay.
Yeah.
You understand? That's all. That's all.
Mhm.
You don't like the
Yeah.
rain? You don't like the rain? Okay, well, it rains, so I'm gonna have to let you know that the rain is all right. It ain't gonna hurt you. You don't like the
Yeah.
snow? Okay, well, we're gonna have to learn. We're gonna have to learn that the snow is all right. You don't like the heat?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to learn. We're gonna have to learn that the heat is all right. Yeah,
You
that's
said
all.
that.
But I'm
Yeah.
out there. I'm out there with them. I'm out there with them.
Yeah.
So, like, it's more when they see you doing it too. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. You. So
Not just
you-
machines. Not just machines that you can put them on. See that? Not just machines you can put them on in the house.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
understand? Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. No, you said you don't pay attention to the temp. As far as looking at the, like how hot it is and how cold it is and whatnot.
No, I ain't saying I ain't paying attention to it. I ain't saying that
Yeah.
now. I'm
Yeah.
saying I am paying attention to it, but I ain't scared to work with it. And the
Yeah.
worse it is, I don't consider it worse or bad. I don't consider it bad. It depends on what I'm doing in it. It might be bad weather for driving. It might be bad
Yeah.
weather for you can't go outside and play basketball. But like for working a dog, me going out working doing things with my dog,
Mhm.
I don't really know the bad weather unless it's like storms, like what I mean, that y'all really in danger
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah. So you work your dogs through thunderstorms and whatnot.
Like if it's a storm that I shouldn't be outside and all that type of thing, I ain't gonna be out there. But like, a little bit thunder, a little bit lightning. If I'm already out there, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit. If I'm already out there, because I'm already getting rained on, a little lightning and all that, I'm already out there. We can finish the work. What's the chance of me getting hit by lightning? I mean, what, I'm supposed to be scared of lightning and shit like that? Even though it can happen.
Yeah.
It can happen, but like, we working.
If
If
it's really,
If it's storming and thundering like that before I actually get out there and do the work, then no, I'm not just going out there and when I'm hearing the boom, boom, boom. I might not go out there, but then again, I might will if I have to do the work. If it's a day that I got to do the work, you dig what I'm saying? We digging with. We gonna deal with it. We're gonna deal with it. All the boom, boom, and lightning and boom, boom, boom. Yeah, some more adversity. Let's go get it.
Yeah, man. If I see, like the thunder, a lot of dogs have a problem with that, man. Like, I'll sit out on the porch. We're gonna sit out on the porch some, and just we're gonna embrace this,
Yeah.
Till it's
You can
over.
ease them into it. You can ease them into it once you figure out that it bothers them or something. You can ease them into it, like you say, sitting on the porch and stuff, and rubbing them gently when they trying to run back in or whatever, because of the lightning. It's all right. Well, firecrackers, all that type stuff. But like but that's what I mean. But basically, like, if you never expose them to that, then you'll never know how they react to it. And also, you want to change that if you can, as early as possible. Like, have the puppies out there when it's storming sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, on the porch if you can, chilling, relaxing them, letting them know you relaxing and chilling, making them feel calm when that thing going off, bang, when there's thunder and lightning going on, or when the firecrackers going on and stuff, people playing and stuff. Or, have a couple of them on the porch if you can, rubbing them down, letting them see. And if they jumping and stuff, calm them down. They'll eventually get it. So
yeah, man. Because that concrete be extra hot, man. So like when it start getting like above 86, 88, then we doing like actual yard work on some type of grass or dirt type surface. But that don't necessarily stop me from getting out there in it,
The feet are very important. They're one of the most important parts of your dog. And especially if you want your dog working, feet health is very important. So you could definitely do a lot of homework on feet health of a dog. And that'll step your game up too. Yes, sir.
Yeah. For sure, man.
You'd be surprised how if you don't get your dog's nails cut and stuff like that, how that affects a dog. It's like ingrown toenails and stuff. It's very, very painful. And just just the overall hygiene of your dog. Uh, the more you can never learn enough on hygiene and health of your dog. You can study for years. You don't even have enough time to finish it. You wouldn't be able to finish it. Just go ahead, keep on studying and learning. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Especially if you think you got free time, you really don't got no free time if you're really trying to be the best you could be. Oh boy.
Yeah, they got you today, huh?
Oh, they got me every day, bro. They got me every day. This ain't nothing. They got me every day, like I say. But you know, I embrace it. I work for them right now until I can find a job for them. I work for them right now.
Yeah.
That's all it is. You know, it's just part of the process.
Yeah.
Believe me, they hear me. They hear me and they see me. You feel me? And they know it's for them. They know it's for them. But they hear me breathing. They hear me breathing. You know, they hear that. They hear that. Oh, he tired. Oh, ooh. Yo, they hear all that. They see if I'm different. They see if I'm moving different. You know, they taking note of all that. It's my balance on. It's my balance on. You got some of them that got different personalities. They might. Some of them might be going through a certain stage of life, whereas though they feeling themselves, so they can't wait. So they can't wait to act up. You understand? So you got to know where they at and who to show off, who loves to please you. You know, and you know, just try to read your yard the best you can. And like I say, if you're trying to be the best you can be, it ain't no such thing as free time.
Yeah. Yanny, what's happening, man? Yeah, man. So that's the best thing, man. Like, to be honest, man, like for me, like before I want anything out of the dog, man, I want to be able to enjoy the dog itself, you know. Just, you know, spending time with the dog and going through that whole process, man, it's a beautiful thing, man, especially if you really sincerely care for the dogs, you know. So, you know, like me just enjoying the dog and then, like you say, finding a job, you know, and trying to work that into play, man. You know, making use of the situation. Because there's no point in having a dog and you know, especially a working dog that you're not gonna do anything with necessarily, man. You know, so
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's one thing that it hurts me, man. But it to each his own. Like I say, man, to see a working dog that's really just bad, built out of shape, like you can tell, like they're not putting in any kind of work with the dog, man. I you know, it bothers me, but it to each his own, you know.
Yeah, I can understand why it would kind of hurt you. You dig what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Because the dog ain't getting to use the things that he has. You know what I mean? But like you say, to each his own. You know, to each his own. You know?
Yeah, man. You know, and I'm not talking about like just like a fat chubby dog, you know, that's just overweight, winterweight, whatever you want to call it, pet weight. I'm talking about down there look like you been sitting at the table getting scraps all day, you know.
No, I know what you're talking about. You ain't talking about just a fat and sassy dog. You know what I mean? You talking about something that is so obese to where it's unhealthy for the dog. I understand what you're talking about. Something that's unhealthy for the dog. You ain't talking about just some people like to keep their dogs chubby. Like me myself, I'm like that. You dig what I'm saying? But it's a point when they just chubby, and it's a point when they're overweight to where it's unhealthy for the dog. So I know what you're saying. You're talking about the unhealthy ones that you know that it's really unhealthy for them. You know what I mean? So I dig it.
Yeah. Bubba Max say Bubba Max said that the Chinese like their dog pads to be soft. He never gave a reason why. I don't know, man. I don't know, man, because
Bubba up in here. That's the real Bubba Max.
No, that's Hemi James. Hemi James was speaking on Bubba, you know. He said,
okay, I couldn't see.
yeah. Nah. Man, I used to have a dog that I used to run on a bike on a regular, like daily, and I don't know, his pads felt like they were calloused up, and
Uh-huh.
then I've had dogs where like I don't know, their pads is just sensitive. I guess you could say more sensitive than that. But
Um. Uh. Let me see. Well, my personal preference. I just want to expose my dog's pads to all terrain. So you know what I
yeah,
mean. Once the pad, like I said, the feet are very important. Feet health is very important. So you know, I want to get them tough as I can while they're young. So when they're young, I want to expose them to different terrains. I ain't keeping them just
yeah,
on one terrain. You know what I mean? And because their feet gonna bust up as soon as you take them to different surfaces. So I want to expose them young to that. You know, of course you gonna and that toughens the pads up itself by just having them on different terrains and all that type of stuff. You know, the pad's going to adjust accordingly. Now, when you got them grown and you ain't have them on different terrains, you know what I mean? Feet are very what you call that? Feet are easy to get messed up, basically. You know what I mean?
mhm,
They very and
yeah,
they're very sensitive to the dog. I was told
yeah,
back in the day when a dog bite another dog's foot is like biting into the soul. That's how important the feet are.
man, yeah. They real sensitive with them back feet, boy.
Oh, that's right.
That's why I know I got the dog trust when I can really start grabbing their back feet and do the rub down process and everything, and they more relaxed. That's when I know they got they trust me. You know, yeah,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
What kind of work you doing with the dogs today?
Just walking. Just walking, my
Yeah,
dog. Just walking. Man,
yeah,
I don't do much, man. I let my dog. I just get out and walk with my dogs, man. I just get out and walk with my dogs. You know what I mean? Like I just get out and walk with my dogs. You know,
yeah.
that's it. Huh?
Hey, have you ever walk with two dogs sometimes?
No, I can't. I can't walk with no two
Yeah.
dogs.
Not even adult dog and introducing the dog to the walk.
um, I can do it with. I can do it with the puppy. I can do it with a puppy
Hmm.
sometimes, but
Hmm.
I don't really do it because uh, most of my grown dogs when I'm walking them
Yeah, I'm not talking
I'm
about a
get
grown dog.
huh huh
Yeah, I wasn't talking about a grown dog, but I was talking more so pups. Yeah, yeah,
oh no I ain't even the pups if I'm walking them like nah I ain't walking them together and stuff like that, you know what I mean. Anything they doing together is at a young age when I'm letting them all out in different areas and stuff like
yeah,
that to play around and run around. But once they are at a certain age where they like once they get to a certain age where as though things the play gets rough and stuff like that, they become individuals. So that means
yeah,
individually they are getting things done with them individually. They need their own time. I'm not doing things together with them, like you know what I mean. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing the pack type of thing. I got things that like once they realize the individual they are, they you know they're claiming things. They're claiming they territories and stuff. You understand what I'm saying? You can they're
yeah,
gonna take other things that's coming around, even if it's just for working with them. They taking it as a threat. What you over here for? They want to check something. So nah, I I ain't bringing them up like that. Where as though they can be walking together and stuff like that.
yeah, yeah, man. Tony Hill, what's happening, man? Lone Wolf,
Salute,
elevated,
salute,
yeah.
salute
Nah, man. Shout out from the UK, man.
from the UK, all the way from the UK. Salute.
Hey, sir, man. Yeah, and my homeboy, man, when I was in college,
Mhm.
that's when I got that's when I first had an old family red. That was the one of my first dogs real dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, so my homeboy, he had been shot and he was paralyzed in his left arm.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't want them to get rid of his arm. So
Mm-hmm.
he had his arm. It was kind of like the dude 3-6, but he would always have his arm in his pocket.
I got you.
So but he had 2 dogs. And they both old family. He had an old family. The female, he from Brooklyn, so a New York dude. So he named his dogs after the borough. So one was Harlem, the male was Harlem, and the female was Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
They, you know what I'm saying? This is years ago, man. Harlem was a one-time winner.
Uh-huh.
And Brooklyn, she just was a good dog.
Right.
I would mess with him daily, and when I would go over to the apartment, I never knew he had a dog. I would be over there like once, 2-3 times a week or whatever, might chill or whatever, for a little while or whatnot. Never knew he had that dog. That's how well kept the dog was in the apartment.
Mm-hmm.
He finally got his house. And he went and made her and got Harlem and had pups and whatnot. That's when I found out that he had dogs. The dogs stayed in, the dogs were house dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And good dogs, man. I've never seen his bitch. I've never seen his female outside the house. But I've been riding in the house with Harlem and everything. I mean, riding in the car with Harlem and everything. Harlem sitting right next to me and all of that. And man, and when I say and I'm just giving this kind of description to kind of break it down and whatnot. He had his son was maybe 1 at the time, and I remember sitting in the living room and his son was yanking on Harlem's nuts, man, just yanking on Harlem's nuts, and Harlem just turned around and would nudge him off, and he was like, he was telling me all the, the little, the stuff he would do with Harlem, and Harlem was protection. He could do the protection work. He did all of that. Like I say, one time with it and all of that.
Yeah.
And I would be like, show me something. He'd be like, nah.
Right.
But I respect it because now that I'm older and I'm thinking about it, I'm like, what he gonna do? He got one arm.
Right. Right.
So, but the craziest thing to me, man, was like, and I want to catch up to him now. I can't find him because I would love to interview him or bring him on here, just hear his point of view, because he had 2 food bowls, and this was where Eukanuba was, the one of the prime dog foods at the time. And on one food bowl it said Harlem, and on the other food bowl it said Brooklyn.
Yes, sir.
He kept the food. He would feed raw. He would do all types of feeds, but he kept kibble full, and it stayed full of kibble. Harlem stayed on Harlem bowl. Brooklyn stayed on Brooklyn bowl. Never seen that before. I've never seen that before. You know what I'm saying? Another thing. So, like I say, I would sometimes I showed up to his house one time, and he had one of those doors, the front door where it's a solid door, but on each side of the door you got like a square little window. It's long, but it's like blurry. You can't see through. And I went to go to ring his doorbell, and the dogs came up to the window, to both of the windows, man, and they damn near tried to knock the window out, trying to get it. These the same dogs that I've been chilling with, hanging with, kicking it and everything. I said, man, let me put my hand up to the window. I put my hand up to the window. It's all teeth, So it was and seeing these things, man, I love to just get talk to him, man, and because I never asked those questions at that point in time. Although I got a dog from, matter of fact, me and my homeboy got a dog from her, and that's another story too. Harlem tried to kill my dog, man.
Who was it? All for Harlem too? It was all for Harlem. You got the dogs from the dude that had Harlem.
Yeah, I got the dogs from me. I got two of them, and I gave one to my homeboy.
And y'all
And
came back later or something around Harlem?
no, so no, this is okay. This is a lesson, for inexperienced young dummies like myself back in the day. Um, so my mentor, shout out to him, man. All respect. He knew what he was doing, but he had a dirty yard. You know what I'm saying? He had too much going on, and I would stay getting pups from him. I'm always getting pups, because I was going through that process of I'm gonna get three at a time, and I'm gonna keep them for this long, and then I'm gonna get rid of two and keep one, whichever one, that type of shit. Just young and dumb shit, running through shit. I just picked up a pup from him, and the pup is the same age as my homeboy's pups with the old family Reds. So I had that pup with me, and I leave straight from Mikey house and go straight over to my homeboy house.
Right.
With the pup. I ain't washed the pup. I ain't did nothing. I just go over there with the pup because my homeboy told me to come pick up the dog. So I go over there. I put my pup down on the ground, and his other dogs was running around. His pups were running around, so they running around on the ground. My pup the same age, just running. You couldn't even tell the difference. He just running around like he was part of the litter. So, which was a dumb mistake. You know what I'm saying? Real talk, dumb, because like any real dog man, the damn near cussed me out before I got out there damn vehicle. And you know what I'm saying? The dog, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, so he lets the mother out to go feed the pups. And when he let the mother out to go feed the pups, like I said, my little pup is running around damn near the same age as those dogs, so he going up to the mother to feed, and this is in the garage. And we done grabbed my pup to go inside to go wash my pup off, give my pup the last little bit of shots, and all that shit. Giving me the little okay before I leave. When he opened the door to let the mother out, Harlem, the male run out into the garage, with the pups. And this is a nature thing. This is one of the things, I've learned a lot, watching and paying attention to these dogs. Harlem go out into the garage and know something ain't right. The mother had been chilling the whole time. My dog on the mother's tit and everything. Getting, you know what I'm saying? Eating like like he belonged there. Yeah. But the father came out there and he knew, hey man, you ain't mine. What the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Fuck you doing? So we wash it off, give him my pup, last little wash off bath and all that stuff. And then we hear just a pup out there yelping and hollering and hear Harlem, going at it. We go out there, Harlem got the whole damn dog, and my head in his mouth, swinging in his blood on the wall, on the ceiling and shit. I'm like, God, dog, boy. Like, my heart dropped. I said, damn, man, you know what I'm saying? Well, I'm gonna tell Mikey, man. Yeah.
So did the dog deceased? The dog got deceased from that?
Nah. We got the dog. We got he, and that's what I'm saying. And respect to him. And you don't think about a lot of things at that point in time. But like I say, man, he had one arm. He got Harlem off of my dog. You know what I'm saying? And it was gruesome. Yes, it was gruesome. He got Harlem off of my little pup. Pup had a hole in his head and everything. It was bad, man. But and the dog made it. The dog made it. And he was a damn fool after that too, man.
Oh yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. How did that youngin end up being? Because usually that's what ends up happening. Sometimes they get shell shocked from that or whatever, and they might get a little timid and all that. And some people don't be wanting them after that little type of accident happen. They be like, man, I don't even want this dog no more. Not knowing that like the dog is young, an accident happened, the dog still is going to be okay under the right hands. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Turn it into a positive, like, you know what I mean? But he definitely gonna need some support. But he just went into advanced class, and life took him to advanced class because the owner did a little bad human judgment, made the puppy have a big life experience. But you ain't get rid of the dog, and the dog end up showing you like he ended up being. You could tell that caused a little trauma to him. You could tell that influenced him once he grew up. Am I right?
Oh yeah. And you know, so we cleaned him up, you know, and I got him back and took him back to my mentor house, man. And you know, go to the pillow ceiling and all the little other stuff, man. And the dog head was so damn swole, his eyes was shut. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, damn. And it was one of the things like, well, if he make it through the night, he'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? And he made it through the night, man. I would sit up there when it scabbed up and it started to, you know, really, you know, fill up, man. I let the pus side do the cleaning process and the whole nine, man. He came around and made it. Now, when he made it, he turned into a damn fool to the point I was like, I probably need to get rid of him. But it wasn't the main reason why I got rid of him. I got rid of him because he had bad eyesight. Shit, I got bad eyesight.
I got
what we gonna do for each other? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, cause you know, I had a string of pups at that time, man, and they followed me through the house. I walked through a door, all the pups would follow me, except for him. He be trying to follow me, but he would go between the door and the wall and walk into the wall. But the main reason, that was one reason why I got rid of him, and then another reason was I think, you know, he was a people biter. You know what I'm saying? Because no matter what I did, it don't matter what I did, he was snapping at. No matter what, I don't give a damn what I did, he was snapping at. That's we.
Gotcha.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You had one of them ones.
Yeah.
I got you.
But I took him back to my mentor house. My mentor had one of those yards to where he had I want to say about 8 chain spots with houses. And those were his good dogs. You know, those were the dogs. You know, every dog on the yard earned a spot, and the other dogs that didn't, he sold and got rid of. He was breeding the damn near everything on his yard times 10.
Yeah.
So he got a bunch of pups running around, you know, on the ground and whatnot, and he would feed the pups like Alpo or whatever. He'd get a big ass farm bag, cut the bag open, just throw it on the ground and let them have that. And some, you know, dogs he would have probably do that every 2 days. And the dogs that are on the chain, they got the house. Those are the dogs that get the good food. You know, they get, you know, they got, you know, they well taken care of. Good, you know, all of that. So, you know, as the pups start to mature and all that stuff, every now and then the pup will right over there and try to get the food. And then you know, you got a yard accident and whatnot. And if the pup whoop that dog, then that dog lose the chain spot and the pup get the chain spot. You know?
Oh shit!
And he stayed. You know what I'm saying? And he stayed you know, in a trailer park at the very end of the road. So he had nothing but woods behind him. So his pups running around loose. He had one of them homes where, you know, it's a dog home. The damn dog, you know, running through the houses. You know what I'm saying? It was messy. But you know, that was his life. He lived that. You know what I'm saying? And that's
some dog man. So I could dig it. Some dog men got their own little, what they call their gauntlet. You did? They call it their own little gauntlet. So and the dogs be having to go through the gauntlet to make certain, to be at certain positions. So, you know, that's the old days though. They had little gauntlets for their dogs and shit. Their little yards would be considered their own little gauntlet. So it ain't no telling what people doing in their own yards. You dig what I'm saying? But you, if it's working for them, you can't tell them nothing. You can't, you know what I mean? Like you said, you had your man with one arm. He had a ladder. You gotta think about it. He got one arm and shit. So he making up for a lot of shit that we with 2 arms is taking for granted. Take it for granted. He on all that. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So salute that brother. Salute your mentor. You know what I mean? With the dirty yard and all that type of shit. Cause it ain't easy out here. It ain't easy.
Nah,
But
nah.
and
Huh?
sometimes as young men, when we underneath mentors like that and they get old and they got little disabilities, um, we 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 should be stepping up and helping them make their shit right. You understand what I'm
Yeah,
saying? You understand what I'm saying? You jump on in there and like shit, you know. But sometimes you can't do that because like they be like wanting their stuff the way it is. You might be like, man, I would have mine more cleaner, and you start trying to rearrange stuff. They be like, man, don't touch my stuff or whatever, whatever. But like you know what I mean.
yeah,
So you got to read the room. But like I said, if you know, help is always welcome to the old heads. You know what I mean? Like it's
yeah,
always welcome, and sometimes them old heads they work so hard or whatever, whatever. When they get to a certain age, like they looking around at the youngin, like man, they got young stock out here that ain't working as hard as they did when they was back in the day. So they got people that ain't coming back to that farm to help them out. You understand? A
yeah,
lot of bloodlines get lost like that too. People that
yeah.
squeeze the juice out the old man, then don't come back and help him out or whatever, whatever. Like
Yep.
to even calm his yard down or whatever help you can do as a young man that got the knowledge from the old heads. Like you know, you can return it back by just helping them economize, whatever you call it. You know, you might help him shrink down the yard, or you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Might have to take a couple doors off his hands for him, or whatever, whatever.
yeah,
Help that old head out. You dig what I'm saying? Salute.
yeah, yeah. And just so happened, you know, and that's a big fact. But just so happened, my mentor was actually maybe a year or two older than me. But he was second generation, second, you know, heavy, you know,
Oh
very,
yeah, in the
very,
bulldog
you
game,
know,
age don't matter in the bulldog game. If you ain't noticed that
yeah,
yet, you know what I mean.
yeah,
Age don't matter in the bulldog game. Like a lot of the community out here, a lot of these youngers and shit know way more than me. Like you know way more than me
mhm,
just because they had access and their resources and whatever they might just be into it more. So respect the game.
yeah,
It don't matter what age it is. You know get the knowledge, soak up the knowledge. I get jewels
yeah,
from youngins every day, from every day. You know I
yeah,
get jewels from Elevated. I get jewels from Welsh. I get jewels from
yep,
you. I get jewels from Dre. You know what I mean? And all of
yeah,
y'all younger than me. All of y'all younger than me, and I'm a jewel collector, so I don't mind.
yeah,
Like shit, I like
yeah,
collecting jewels from the youngins. They got the shiny jewels, the new shit. You know what I mean? Like yeah, salute, salute.
yeah. And the dog that I brought over to my homeboy house, man, he, you know, like I say, that was I had just picked that dog up. He turned out to start having skin conditions, you know, ended up being mange, and I took care of it or whatnot, but that ran through my partner's pups. You know what I'm saying? Like that's, you know, that's a lesson learned, man. You
What
know,
happened? What ran through the pup? Say that part again. Hey,
mange,
and it came from
and
where it came from.
it, it came from the pup that I brought. I literally picked up that pup that day.
And you
You know
brought
what
that
I'm
down
saying?
over to your mentor yard, and it gave your mentor yard mange.
No, I got the pup from my mentor and I brought it to my homeboy house and gave his dogs mate.
Oh, okay, got you, got you. So how did y'all
You
handle
tell
that?
him,
How did y'all handle that situation? Like, how did that get down? How did that go down?
bro, he
How
was
did you
so
smooth it out?
mad.
How it got smoothed out? Was he able to fix his yard? How did it
He
get
was
calmed down?
he got it under control, but he was so mad. He said you know, man, shout out to him, man, because he could have. There's a whole bunch of shit he could have said to me, but he was so mad. He said, "Man, I probably ain't gonna have pups again, man. I'm probably done with this shit."
Dang,
Yeah,
dang.
yeah,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying?
Oh, it was lessons learned that day, huh? It was lessons learned.
Yeah,
Everybody had got lessons that day, huh? It'd be one of them
yeah.
days. Everybody class was in session for everybody. Got
Yeah, you know, so yeah, you know, there's that, you know.
yeah, you know what I
Yeah,
mean. But
I
like
ain't just gonna
sometimes that
talk
shit
to
go down. You didn't mean it. That shit goes down
yeah,
sometimes. Like I said, it was a lesson for both y'all to learn at the end of the day. At that, it wasn't. That's
yeah,
how life is sometimes. Like you ain't know what you was doing, and
yeah,
he probably ain't expect that. And you know what I mean.
yeah,
So wherever he was, he probably kind of knew what happened and why and all of that. You know, so
yeah,
it was deeper than what you seen. You know, you looking at it as
yeah,
though you caused a lot or whatever, but it was other things probably like his whole course. His whole
yeah,
course. And like you say, it wasn't like you did that shit on purpose. It wasn't even like, well, I don't know if you knew about that type of thing, but like it seemed like it was an innocent mistake. So that's what life circumstances dealt that day. So that was just bulldog lessons. You did what I'm saying? Yeah, it hurts sometimes. It hurts sometimes.
Without a doubt, man. Without a doubt, yeah. That's one of them stories, man. It ain't always good, It's a lesson involved, man. But yeah, and at the same time, like I say, I was buying pups. I wasn't breeding or anything. So, me respecting the whole process of immune system and all of that, and taking the time to make sure your puppy is healthy, going through the process, man. Like, it was a lot of stuff I had to, man. It's a financial strain.
Oh yeah. You know what I mean? Yes, sir. Oh yeah.
Yeah, but it showed. But I saw a lot, especially when it came to kennels, man. I've seen, people loose with it, as far as the way they keep their dogs, how they let them go. And I've seen kennels so clean, man. You be like, man,
yeah, I like the clean ones. I like the clean. I like the clean ones. I'm impressed with the clean ones. Like I seen, I'm impressed with cleanliness. Just like I seen you and Dre y'all dog man offices and shit, y'all where y'all get down with y'all dogs at, man. That shit, man. Salute to y'all on that, man. I love that shit, boy. That shit like really, good work. You see, like good work could get done in them Jones. You know what I mean? I like that shit. Yeah. Hey, specimens coming out that joint. You dig what I'm saying? It just looked like it, And it looked like y'all got spaces for y'all to work in there. Computer, notes, data getting took in. Then you got like weight benches and stuff like that. So y'all putting in work too. So I'm digging it. All bulldogging for real. Salute.
Yeah, man. That stuff. That's your place of peace, man. It's your place of peace. You can talk to your dog like a Yuga, man. You tell your dog secrets that you can't tell nobody else,
Somebody like your dogs that much more when if people ever visit you with your dogs and stuff like that, just the cleanliness adds an extra oomph to whatever you talk about in your dogs. Like extra oomph, the cleanliness. Just like the dirt adds an extra You dig what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep. Nah, for real, bro. Nah, man, because that's what really made me start. Because as you get older, you start to reflect on things. You start to really like dissect it and stuff like that. And I started to pay attention to the kennels and what they were producing around and whatnot. And my mentor, he had good dogs. Man, but. Man, his keenness to compare the way everybody else, not everybody, but other people in that area was holding it down, man. It was a night and day difference. But like I say, man, the knowledge and the game he had, man. Like I give you an example. When I first met him, I wanted to get a dog from him, and he had blues too. And he was like, nah, man, I'm not, I can't give you that, but I'll give you a blue. And he gave me a Richard Strand book. He gave me a Richard Strand book. He said, read that and get back to me. You know what I'm saying?
He was trying to do you right. He wasn't doing, he was trying to do you right. He was giving you a book and a dog, something that, he ain't just automatically give you the high performance joints. He gave you something nice, though. Gave you something nice.
Yeah.
And gave you a book. And basically was probably trying to see if you really like the dog itself before he show you the levels of it. You know what I mean? You got to first love a dog itself first. Like just love the breed itself. You understand? And learn about the breed itself before before you see the high powered things, because the high powered things might never be for you. You understand what I'm saying? You might be just as satisfied with that first one. You know what I mean? So he probably was trying to say, okay, let me see if you really like the dogs. You understand what I'm saying? That's just me going on what you threw out there. about your
Oh
people.
yeah. Yeah,
Seemed
man.
like a
I
good
mean,
dude.
just like
Seemed like a good dude. Seemed like a good dude, though.
oh, solid. But I mean, just not because it make you step back and it really make you think about that. Because at that time I wasn't thinking about it. But like you say, man, if somebody want a job from you right now, how much you want? You want 17,000? Because what come with it?
Right.
So I started thinking about it, you start thinking about it like, man, I fool with it. I'm thinking about it like, yeah, I fool with you, but I need you to understand something. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Let me see if you go, let me see if you how you gonna react. Yeah, man. I read that book. Man, I read that book every day, man. I read that book so many damn times, bro.
Shit. Yes, sir. Hey, man, I want to salute you too, man. Where I can, man. You like the hardest working motherfucker on the internet right now, bro. I salute your work, yo. Like, we all come on and do our little shows, but like, yo, you be on every show like a band leader, holding it down, holding it organized, holding it down, getting it right, generating the conversation. You know what I mean? Keeping it genuine and all that, man. And I want just say salute your work, yo. I've been peeping it, and I ain't get a chance to tell you. You know what I mean? I tell you in front of the public, like salute you, bro. Big salutes to you. You already know.
I appreciate it, man. A salute to the chat for hanging in there with the kid, man. Because we just trying to bring you some news you can use, man. And I don't have a problem asking questions, man. Because I'm sincerely trying to learn. I know what I know. I'm trying to know what Toyo know. You know what I'm saying? And Toyo trying to know what everybody else know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's right. Let's share the food. Let's share the food and shit. Let's enjoy the food from different areas, different walks of life, and the same walks of life, different areas and shit like that. That's I don't like my spaghetti with no sugar in it though. For people that put sugar in the spaghetti, I don't like sugar in my spaghetti. Just let you know.
But you know what they say, you ain't supposed to eat everybody's spaghetti.
Right. You right about that too. You know what I mean? You right about that too.
Yeah. Nah, man, because that's really what for me, that's what it's about, man. Like, I see all these other platforms, other channels, everybody's talking about the same thing, man. You know what I'm saying? And one person saying you ain't doing it right, the other person saying you ain't doing it right. Or, some people just try to steer clear of all the mess and all that, man. To me, I'm like, man, just let me see it through your eyes, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just tell it like it is, man. I take notes. You know what I'm saying? I agree and disagree, man. Just you know what I'm saying? Let's see it through your eyes, because we all in the same community. You know what I'm saying? You might do what you do, I do what I do, but we dealing with the same dogs. You know what I'm saying? And everybody got something to say. Let me hear it, man. Especially if you got some knowledge.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's a whole bunch of people out there, man, that willing to listen and learn, man.
Sir. Yes, sir. That's right. That's what I say. It's a lot of knowledge in the community and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But and that's why I want to make, like the atmosphere should be where as though everybody feel like they somebody and everybody's story is needs to be heard. You understand what I'm saying? Like, even if it ain't, if somebody feel like they way past this nigga's story or his story ain't this, like, somebody gonna get something out of it. You know what I mean? And it's just like anything, like now I'm doing a lot of talking because I have signed up for this, but I really don't like when you're doing a lot of talking. You putting yourself up for a lot of room for people shoot holes in your shit. You know what I mean? And different things. So a lot of times I try to stay away from saying shit is a standard way, because in the Bulldog game, a lot of shit is variables and relative to yards. And basically, if you just listen to the community, it's like you said, we all be talking about the same stuff. And like, and sometimes if you listen to it, it seems like it all goes in a circle. And it seems like, if you listen carefully, people all be saying the same thing, and they could be saying the opposite thing. Like Like last week, if you listen closely, last week somebody was going to be on the opposite of the side of the circle, but this week what they saying, it sounded like on this side of the circle. So the whole thing is like just to know that it's a circle. It's going to be keep going around, collect the jewels the way you collect them, and don't get confused. Like don't make a web for yourself. Try to make it as easy as possible for yourself to understand, because it ain't really hard. It ain't really hard. It only get hard when people start writing down stuff. Just my opinion. All right, things be done. Things are done. Things are talked about. Things are done though. People do stuff. People talk about things. Now, the doers just do things, and it's another side that they know how to write good stories. They know how to write good. They know how to make that situation seem more. They know how to write. So sometimes the things that have been done out here in the community, a lot of times they get hyped up by the writers of things. And that's why, like, you know, if you look at any book and all that books are, definitely you're supposed to read the books and everything, because you wasn't in every situation. Sometimes you wasn't in the past and all that. So you got to read books to gain knowledge, you know, but the key to all of that shit is applying it, knowing where to apply the stuff that you've been reading or the things that you say you know. The master is when you know how to apply it. You know what situation that tool you go in that toolbox for. You know, oh, I need this wrench. I need this wrench for that. Those the masters that know what wrench goes with what situation. Some of us have a wealth of knowledge. Like some of us can write books. We know how to pronounce things. We know how to tell things to make people listen to us. You know what I mean? That's a gift. That's a gift. But like, you know what I mean? But you can't let that, you can't just be feeding yourself with that, because a lot of times those people don't have no idea how to do the things. You understand what I'm saying? But they were needed. Education is needed because, like, we need somebody to put in words things that we do. You understand? If you know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? Like it's people that do things. It's a reason for numbers. Like, you know what I mean? Nature is nature. Natural is natural. Your natural abilities and nature and all that. That's nature. What man does and what smart people try to do, so they collect the data. And they try to put nature into numbers, and the most they can get right is 99.9. But that 0.1, y'all don't know how heavy that 0.1 is. Now you know, and Victorio's world, the 0.1 is how you can't deny God. Like basically, what I'm trying to say is you can get it 99.9%, all you smart niggas. Y'all can get it 99.9% right, you smart niggas. But you got a 0.1 out there that y'all searching for that y'all don't understand. It always throws you for a loop. You understand what I'm saying? As long as we got that 0.1, everybody on the same playing field. Everybody on the same playing field.
Yeah, and I'd rather, at the end of the day, I'm gonna take a line from Drake's book, man. I'd rather not be right. I'd rather get it right. You know what I'm saying? That's for real.
Real talk. Salute.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Another live one, man. Toyo, man. I salute you, man. Coming through for the kids. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Elementary tip of the day. Tip of the day. This is not for the advanced classes and all that type stuff, because I know the advanced niggas, sometimes the advanced people, they do the opposite of what the basic 101 classes do. You know what I mean? That's what people got to know too. Know your classes, know where you at. Because if you keeping your head up in the advanced classes, it might be contradicting what they teach you in the basic 101. You know what I mean? You understand what I'm saying? But so recognize the classes. You ain't getting that situation yet. Like, you don't understand that math yet. But anyway, like, Basic 101, them leashes, just a tip of the day. Them leashes and stuff like that, them leash happy dogs that like to bite the leash and shit, don't let them do that. Just like I was taught, you know, I'm just telling you from what I was taught. It's not a good thing to let them be turning around biting on the leash and stuff. Some people, when they bite on the leash and stuff, like youngins, when we first get into the game, I'm just thinking about basic 101 things that you could
stop doing early. Like when I was young and when the puppies bite on the leash and stuff, first thing we do is lifting the leash up, seeing if they can hang on the leash and all that. And you start using the leash as a tug and all that. Nah, that ain't what you do, because the leash is that's your thing between you and your dog, whereas though it's like a boundary thing, whereas though you ain't supposed to be one. He's basically challenging you and basically like get off of me, like don't control where I'm going at. That's what it's all about. So it's more of like, you know, a stallion, getting a stallion under control. Don't let him bite that leash. That's like a bad habit. You let them do that shit when they're young and think it's cute and all that. When you get in the walking that dog and he a big dog and you got him all cut up in his shape and stuff like that, when you start going on them long walks with them dogs and they get tired in the heat or whatever thing they going through, and they turn around on you, now that you're grown, he turn around on you like, I ain't walking no more. And now he grabbing the leash and starts a different type of shake. You ain't lifting him up, hanging it. You ain't doing that this time. You know what I mean? So like, I'm just giving you a heads up. Salute.
Nah, for real, man. And the one thing that I can say out of everything, the main lesson that I learned, just for me, man, is patience. Man, I ran through so many dang dogs, man, when I could have kept one and been on. You know? Patience, man. Patience. A lot of people don't have it. A lot of people, you know, on that fast track, salute. But for me, patience is what's worked best for me. So it's no rushing over here, man.
Yes, sir. Salute to everybody in the chat. I ain't really got my eye on the chat or whatever. I'm sorry right now. Yeah. But salute to all y'all bulldoggers in the chat. Y'all good bulldoggers and good canine owners, whatever, because it ain't, you know, I know it's some other people in here too. So salute to y'all. That's, you know, make each other better, as you know, as we say.
Yeah, man. Yeah, without a doubt, man. Cause we about to be about this bad boy, man. Y'all be kicking it with us all morning, man. And that's what's up, man. I hope we made your day a little better. Hope y'all working them dogs, man. Feeding them dogs good today. You know, make sure ain't no fleas on them dogs now. You know, make sure them flies out the way. You know, keep it healthy and vibrant, man. Keep these dogs healthy, man. Ready to go, man. Because I need to see y'all at the Digital Dog Show for sure. Yes, sir, man. Toyo, what's happening, man?
Yes, sir. Y'all already know it's your brother Big Toyo. Y'all stay royal. I'ma stay loyal. Check me out in the mornings at the cookout, and other than that, you know, for just kicking it with Toyo and stuff like that, I'll be over at Big Hill Fam on YouTube, and y'all see the Cash App if y'all want to support a brother, because I'm gonna be out here kicking it with y'all, you know, as much as I can. You know what I mean? So salute to y'all, and let's keep on pushing forward. Salute to Pimpin' too. Salute to Pimpin'. Hope he get his car and all that type. Salute to Pimp over steps. You know what I mean? Salute, bro.
Yes, sir, man. You know what it is, man. You can catch us tomorrow at 6:30 a.m., man. Be there, man. I'll holler at y'all. Yes,
now that we finished that, Big A. Hey, Big A. Now that we finished that, I'm still while we in this nigga house, I want to find out where the money at and the big girl and all that shit. Where they at?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Let's go find out, man. We'll get back to y'all on that. You know what I'm saying? But you know we find, man. Yeah, he gonna be mad at us, bro. You know
I know. Let's clean up before we leave, though.
Yeah. We can do that, man. Yeah. All right, y'all. Peace.
Peace.
Represents. This old hammer shines like silver, rings like gold, rings like gold. This old hammer shines like silver, rings like gold, rings like gold. can never repent for my sins, cause if I had a chance, I'd do it all again. Maybe it's the gin, or maybe it's the end, cause I cannot pretend, don't care who I offend. This is for my brother saying he locked up in the pen. He money 10 for 10, and I'm the lieutenant. Can give a fuck about friends, cause I don't fuck with them. This is for the borough, and I'ma represent. I'm still the fucking same, I still is to your dame. The crazy he don't change, I still don't fuck with lanes. They should fucking put me in the ghetto hall of fame, cause I'ma pick the 9 out and I'ma let it bang. I'ma let it bang. I'ma let it bang. This old hammer shines like silver, rings like gold, rings like gold. This old hammer shines like silver, rings like gold, rings like gold. Streets, boy, did you lose your mind? I'm on my grind, so let me shine. Reppin' my city just like LeBron James. I hold this bitch up like a motherfucking king. I got a state championship ring when I was 18. I do my thing, so nigga let me bang. Cause I take your bitch and turn it to my hoe. Then I take this trap and turn it to a float. And I don't give a fuck what none of you know. I'm from New Money Crust Squad and we doing it, yo. Where I'm from, we don't say bruh, we call him your bro. And you can't fuck with me if you don't fuck with my folk. And you can't fuck with my Crips, and you can't fuck with my Bloods. I'm from the 910, baby, I'm not rolling with thugs. I came up selling drugs and fighting some bitch. I had to do that shit to stack my grip. And if I catch you talking shit, then I bust your lip. And now I throw them bows, bitch, until you go for the hip. And I'm coming to grip, so I bang, motherfucker, bang. I got that shit, so sang, motherfucker, sang. I'm trying to give you the game, so you don't have to do that drug dealing thing like I did, man. There's no retirement plan for selling cocaine. Best believe you right up on the chain gang, singing this shit like this old hammer shines like silver,